What is up, people of the internet? My name is Freelancer Ember, and welcome back to another Death Battle reaction video. This is Battle of the Classic Cartoons. Tom and Jerry, Wile E. Coyote from Looney Tunes versus Tom Cat from Tom and Jerry. So before we begin, please watch the original episode on the Death Battle Rooster Teeth. I just did it again. Death Battle YouTube channel before coming to my reaction or anybody else's reactions. Go support the team that's been making this series awesome so far. So, as you've noticed, Jacob is not here today since he's experiencing internet issues. But for right now, he's still putting in his vote that it's going to be a tie. He did say a tie, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So yeah, he's experiencing internet issues, and he won't be able to come back in until Tuesday. But he put his vote that as a tie because, they're gonna use cartoon physics here, like with what was the last? Oh yeah, Courage versus Scooby. None of them actually died because they still use cartoon physics there. So I think we're gonna get the same thing. So even though it's kind of early, I'm still locking in that it's gonna be a tie on this one. But let's just see what happens. So I got nothing else to say. So let it begin. If I'm looking up because I got one of those standing monitors, one's up top there, making sure it's recording and all that. But yeah, so if you see me looking up most of the time, yeah, it's because I have a monitor up there. So now we can get this over. We can get this over with. So let it begin. In 3, 2, 1, go. You foolish football! You cost me my dinner.
Wile E. Coyote, the fastest and furriestest of the
Was this also another most requested death battle? DB?
Tom and Jerry.
The fans voted for it and we're here to deliver.
Oh,
He's Wiz and I'm Boosted.
you answered it for me.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills.
You foolish
to find
football!
out
You
who
cost
will
me my
win
dinner.
A death battle.
Are they gonna put in Tom's
In tales
like
told over
pre-recorded
shimmering
Tom like
campfire by
scream,
the
or did it
tribes
have someone
people
else
of
do it?
North America,
But anyway,
there was no figure so cunning, so bold as Coyote.
The
To more,
Coyote.
He was a Prometheus who stole fire from the heavens to give to humanity.
Oh.
To the Sewetmuk, he was a foolish trickster who could die and return to life.
And to the brothers Warner, he's just a poor dumb schmuck who can't catch a break.
To this day, the great Coyote stalks the
which by the way reminds me, freaking release Acme versus Wile E. Coyote. We need this shit, and oh my god. Wile Ethelbert Coyote. Oh, so I guess that's what the E is for. Species. Porschnuckius. What is this? Appetitus giganticus? What is it? Coyoteus with biggest gunnus. What is with these names? Edius Burdus? Oh my god. Okay, let's not.
Southwest, hunting is indefatigable prey. The Roadrunner.
Oh.
And this modern Wile E. Coyote
1937, yeah.
207
or so he says. Eternally hangry.
And it drove him straight off a cliff. He'll chase that bird-shaped happily ever after to his own inevitable undoing. Such is the lot of the common man.
You might not expect it from an anthropomorphic canine Job, but Wile was born the son of world-famous hunter Cage E. Coyote. His father raised him from infancy to hound his avian adversary.
Okay.
And forbade him to speak until he tasted victory. On the face,
so that's why he doesn't talk?
Coyotes are incredibly adaptable predators.
Occasionally speaks. Oh yeah, he does sometimes speak.
Environments.
They're also speedy little demons. They can sprint at up to 43 miles per hour.
That's pretty fast.
Oh, that's cold comfort when that blue meeping bastard can make beams of light look stone still, or outrun a car that was moving fast enough to travel through time.
Frankly, it's incredible that Wile manages to consistently keep up with his prey at all. But he does.
No, really, it's
if you
stated that only
it's about here that the Roadrunner puts on
extra burst of speed separates the Coyote and the Roadrunner. Heck, Bugs Bunny himself needed to take super speed supplements in order to move fast enough to outrun Wile.
But almost as fast isn't fast enough.
Oh my god.
Wile's got an endless assortment of gadgets,
oh my god,
and reams of blueprints to make up the difference.
Bringing back the ye old days of me watching these cartoons as a wee lass.
Along with heavier artillery like heat-seeking missiles, a 10 billion 10-billion-volt electromagnet, and a
10
friggin'
billion volt?
trebuchet, a Reddit favorite.
Many of which he invented himself and uses
Yeah,
in
see, right there, that's where he
excruciatingly
talks.
detailed schemes that inevitably go awry. Despite being
Really?
a self-described super genius, Wile has an officially measured IQ of 3.
That's the same
Those
IQ
results were
as a
tampered with.
cactus.
Okay, the test results were fake, but he's still an
Oh my
idiot.
god.
So why not let a soulless corporation do the hard work for him?
Acme sells any product that you can imagine, and Wile is
Bro,
their
we
most
need
devoted
Wile
customer,
versus
contributing
Acme.
up to 99% of its multi-billion-dollar revenue.
Release that
The
shit!
inherited wealth, Pops. Oh, don't worry, I'm spending it all in one place.
Oh.
He's got an Acme Book of Magic, Acme Clonomatic, Acme Death Ray, Acme City in a
Acme.
Box, Acme
Oh my-
Universal Remote, which can pause, fast forward, and rewind a person through time.
Oh,
Too
so
bad
basically
half
Click,
stuff
the
Wile
movie with Adam
uses is
Sandler.
intentionally sabotaged because Acme's board of directors is exclusively Roadrunners.
Oh, shit.
My man cannot catch a break, but he sure can take some punishment.
Yeah,
no
he.
matter the severity of his failures, Wile is still a Toon and can bounce back from just about
That is
anything.
true.
He's been sliced, stabbed, squashed, exploded, melted, blasted
Trans-
into a constellation, and overall verbed for the last 87
Yep.
years straight.
Verbed.
Without ever actually dying. He once got fully disintegrated into ash and popped back up like it was nothing.
Oh, the
Similar to the
Tiny
immortal
Toon
Coyote
sequel.
of Sewetmuk legend.
He's also shattered the
How
fourth wall
about ending
tons
things-
of times
then
and
Coyote
even
before I
left
hit?
the comic page entirely to catch the Roadrunner. Yeah, so close.
Believe it or not, there is actually a biological reason for these abilities.
Biological?
Looney DNA. Every
Sure.
Toon's got it, not just the loony ones.
Sure.
And it's what lets them survive fatal damage up to being fully erased off the page.
Bruh.
Essentially dictating their personal slice of reality to whatever
Oh,
is
Roger
funny.
Rabbit, you gotta
Like how
love that.
gravity only
Jacob really.
affects the
Hell,
coyote when
it's
he
one of
looks
Jacob's
down.
favorite
Toons
movies.
are immune to
Correct
the
me in the
laws of
comments,
physics
Jacob.
as we know them.
That's why Wile developed a counter
Anti-Looney
to
Din.
immortality, the Looney DNA Dissolver, which leaves Toons vulnerable to fatal wounds the same way we are. And again,
Why?
so close. You can't say he hasn't tried everything.
Uh-oh.
It was Wile's
Why?
experience as a veteran Toon that landed him a job at Acme University as department chair of the School of Hard Knocks, teaching up-and-coming Tiny Toons how to use their abilities.
Okay, so Naruto.
And just like Naruto's jutsus, Toon Force works like an actual power system.
Oh my
with
God.
more experienced Toons like Wile who are more powerful than their younger counterparts.
And that
Okay, I guess
means
not
Wile
sequel.
should be
I don't know if it's a
capable of
reboot. I haven't
replicating
even
feats
seen
and
it.
abilities performed by any other Looney Tune, like traveling between different mediums or altering the plot of the cartoon.
Okay, you know what? I
And
take.
my favorite
Oh,
was
you know
the
what?
time
I take
Fluffy
back what I said
Duck
about being a
used Marvin
tie
the
because.
Martian's matter transmogrifier to suck up the entire universe.
Okay, I may have to take back it being a tie because from my mind's eye of watching Tom and Jerry and this, I don't remember like Tom like doing any kinds of things. I mean, the most he could do, like Tom actually died once, like fully dead, but he couldn't even go to heaven because he was bested by a mouse. So he had to get Jerry's signature to get in heaven, cat heaven. But if there's anything more than that, I don't know, because I don't remember Tom like doing these kinds of feats that Wile E. Coyote can. So I may need to take back on the tie, but I need to see what Tom does.
And then suck up the animator animating his universe.
Oh
And
shit!
then suck up the animator's universe for good measure.
Wiley's got a
What the-
cushy 10-year job teaching that stuff. Impressive for an abject failure at his life
Blew up
mission.
the
He's
sun?
helped stop a meteor from destroying Earth, beat the Monstars in basketball, and even
Oh, yeah, Space
snap,
Jam.
caught the Roadrunner. Oh wait, never mind. So
Nope.
damn close.
According to 1977's Tweety and Sylvester
Oh.
issue 67, Wile E. Coyote has attempted to catch the Roadrunner 4,766,842 times.
Holy hell.
Scaling to the present, that's over 10 million failures.
Oh my God!
Takes
Egad!
dedication,
Egad
or
is right.
maybe self-destructive stubbornness. Too blinded by bird lust to see the forest for the trees.
But Acme's intentional malfunctions and Coyote's recklessness
Satisfaction
don't account
guaranteed.
for all of his catastrophes. There's something else, something grander,
Murphy's
otherworldly,
Law.
standing in the way of our furry friend's salvation.
Wiz, there's no other way to say it. God is just plain out to get this guy.
And by God, we mean the closest thing that exists for Coyote and Roadrunner. Chuck Jones.
Chuck
The
Jones.
guy that created him and helped forge the Looney Tunes into how we know him today.
Oh.
Originally meant to be a parody of earlier chase cartoons like, well, Tom and Jerry.
Oh.
Jones established several rules for their animated shorts that superseded Coyote.
Hold on, I gotta see this. The Roadrunner cannot harm the Coyote except by going beep, Beep, beep. No outside force can harm the coyote, only for his own ineptitude or the failure of Acme products. Huh. The coyote could stop any time if he were not a fanatic. If he were not a fanatic, repeat, a fanatic is one who redoubles his efforts when he has forgotten his aim. George Santayana. Okay. No dialogue ever except meep, meep. Oh. The roadrunner must stay on the road. Otherwise, logically, he would not be called a road. Oh, okay, sure. It would not be called a roadrunner. Oh my God, Mr. Jones, you mad lad. All action must be confined to the natural environment of the two characters, the Southwest American desert. Okay. All materials, tools, weapons, or mechanical conveniences must be obtained from the Acme Corporation. Whenever possible, make gravity the coyote's greatest enemy. I mean, all the times he's fallen off the cliff and just... And the coyote is always more humiliated than harmed by his failures.
Coyote's reality warping Toon abilities.
What the hell?
Cover his obsession, faulty products, and the fact that no outside force, not even the Roadrunner, is to blame for his defeat. Just him.
Okay.
While other creatives have altered this formula in the decades since Jones's departure, these rules have effectively made the Coyote's defeats cosmically ordained.
God nerfed Wile E. Coyote.
God
in
nerfed him.
all our years making Death Battle, we have never seen a handicap like that.
But what else can you expect from our fanatical furry fail son? He's the Sultan of Slapstick, the CEO of Second Place, the swing and a miss superstar. As long as he picks himself back up and dusts off the ashes, that'll never be all, folks, for Wile E. Coyote.
Okay, yeah, like I said, I may need to take back the tie, but let's just see.
1939. War raged in Europe between the British Tommies and the German Jerrys. As the beleaguered English made their miraculous
Is that how the name
escape from
came to
German
be?
encirclement off the coast of Dunkirk, one might have called the battle a game of cat and mouse.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow, is that actually where their names come from? I'm looking this up.
Regardless of their names' origin,
1940?
William Hanna and Joseph Barbera,
Hell yeah.
infamous cat and mouse duo, became the undisputed kings
red the
of
eye.
slapstick comedy.
The formula
Portrayed
is
by
simple,
11
and we all
voices.
know it.
I mean, yeah.
Tomcat chases
Look
Jerry
like
Mouse
cousin
around
who is
the
scared of
house.
mice.
Brutal
Oh, yeah.
bone shaking. I felt that in my balls. Violence ensues, and Tom is reprimanded by Mammy Two Shoes.
Let's say very much from the 1940s.
And if you're like me, all you wanted to see was Tom wipe that
various household owners.
face. Despite my well-documented hatred of cats, even I've got to cringe at years of propaganda to
What the
convince
fuck
us to
was that?
side with the filthy, flea-ridden rodent over man's second best friend. Oh, big yawn.
House cats like Tom are actually some of Earth's most successful predators. They can run up to 30 miles per hour.
Go, kitty,
leap
go!
6 feet high. And despite being commonly perceived as nocturnal, they're actually crepuscular and hunt in the dawn and evening.
Tom specifically is a British shorthair. They're strong, stocky Roman cats bred to withstand harsh conditions. And for Tom,
I never knew what kind of breed of cat Tom is. So he's a British Shorthair. So if you ever want a British Shorthair because you grew up watching Tom and Jerry, there you go. Now you know what the breed of the cat Tom is.
harsh conditions is an understatement.
Tom has
did they make a chibi Tom and Jerry?
Sure, most of it is the stuff you can find around the average American household.
I didn't think Tom and Jerry would be popular in Japan.
Pipes
and guns, lots and lots of guns. But he's got wackier things like a magic wand, a robo-cat, vanishing cream, and a smart cap that gives him all the knowledge in the world.
Partial to the sword of light and dark, which severs you from your own shadow. Or the rewind remote, which can move your victim backwards through time.
And you can't forget the cat car and cat jet, spelled with K's, of course.
Yeah, sure.
Just the cat part.
Tom's
the Fast and the
arsenal
Furry.
is heavily improvisational, which fits his quick thinking in fights over Thanksgiving turkey.
Bruh.
He often loses his battle. It's not usually because he's dumb or incompetent. Rather, he's just genuinely outplayed.
And even in defeat, he's one tough son of a gun. He's been crushed, blown up, had every bone in his body broken, shattered, melted, and vaporized to dust. and survived.
Well, mostly.
Ew.
Tom actually has kicked the bucket
Yeah.
multiple times.
Oh, yeah,
But
like I was talking about.
In fact, he has 9 lives, as established in the episode Heavenly Puss.
Okay, you know.
Wes was conducting some different kind of research when he stumbled on that episode.
Very funny.
Okay.
Even if Tom starts to use his lives up, he has a potion that just restores them.
Or he can
Sure.
physically go get them back from hell. Where all cats
What?
go.
Extremely
Whoa.
hardcore for a Toon, but there isn't much of a limit to what Tom can do.
Okay.
He can clone himself, levitate in the air, make his imagination real, and even break the fourth wall and enter the real world.
Yeah, if you only watch the classic cartoons from the 40s, you may be in for a shock.
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry gets buck wild, much like the actual inspirations for their names.
Oh.
Thank you, Google.
Oh, you're still on this?
Oh, yeah.
Dodoy Whiz.
Dodoy.
They were actually named after the 2 characters in Pierce Egan's delightful life in London, Jerry Hawthorne and Corinthian Tom. It was adapted to the stage with the title Tom and Jerry, which
Oh.
later became a catch-all term in 1800s
Oh.
England for young drunken rabble-rousers.
Oh,
Could,
okay.
in fact, say that many rabbles were roused the times Tom destroyed
Lifted the
a
sun?
planet-busting asteroid,
Okay, you know what?
lifted up the sun, and was blown up into a constellation.
Okay,
And
you
he
know
was
what?
just
I take-
fine. Just a bunch
I'm
of
bringing
stars
back
now,
this.
but he's okay.
I'm bringing back the
Takes an
tie.
explosion
I'm bringing
that
back the
launched him
tie.
through time to the Stone Age and has run through space at massively faster than light speeds.
That shouldn't be a surprise when he and Jerry have been at each other's throats for over 80 years now. But what may surprise you is the fact that at the end of the day, they're actually friends.
Yeah.
And they've worked together tons of times
They have.
to save the day, like when they helped a little orphan girl, Robin Starling, find her way home. Oh,
what was
that's
this?
a nice end to their story.
Don't you believe it? Now is when we have to talk
Don't
about
you
Tom and
believe
Jerry
it?
Chase.
What?
Long ago, the warrior god, Lord of Sichuan,
Oh my God.
Long Shen, battled the
Oh my
tricksy and
God, what
indomitable
is
Mouse
this?
King atop Peach Mountain.
What is this?
Leading the goddess Celeste to declare the two the strongest warriors in the
What
realm.
is this?
And they were, in fact, Tom and Jerry. They were even stronger than Devil Tom, who repelled corruption by the
Okay, you know what?
darkness.
I'm-
This mysterious, malevolent
I'm bringing
force
back the
threatened to
tide.
consume the tree of life, whose branches encompass all of time and space.
What the
Banding together,
what the-
these warriors use the star element to dispel the darkness and save the universe.
What the fuck?
Well, it may sound completely insane.
What?
It is. Chase is a Chinese mobile gacha game whose lore is
Oh.
not entirely in keeping with the spirit of the source material. However, it is officially licensed by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, which means we have to include it in our research.
So that the gods may grant us mere mortals some
I didn't even know that there was a
heavenly
gotcha game of this.
Friendly rivalry aside, though, Tom has actually managed to catch the little rat fair and square a few times.
By my count of the original shorts, 19 times.
I could watch him on repeat forever. Too bad he's still a filthy feline. The only kitty I truly respect is named after booze.
Well then, you're in luck, because the Tom and Jerry of English literature later became the namesake for a famous Christmas cocktail.
Because there's no better way to get absolutely trashed than with good old Tom and Jerry.
Okay. At first, I take back the tie because of Wile E. Coyote, but seeing what Tom could do and other stuff, I'm bringing back the tie. I'm so now. Hang on. Okay, I don't think it's a long one. We can watch. Okay, so yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make this as a tie because most of the time when you have characters that involve cartoon physics, there's well, except for I almost said PewDiePie, Deadpool versus Pinkie Pie, that ended in a draw, and they're not. Well, I guess Pinkie Pie is kind of a cartoon character. Well, in Deadpool, I don't know what Deadpool is. But like I said, but bringing back to Scooby and Courage, they're both cartoon characters, but none of them died. It ended in a draw. So, like Jacob, I'm gonna go as a tie for this one. I'm gonna go say it's gonna be a draw. A draw. That's what I meant. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. After their website sponsor, go.
Guess what? Death Battle has merch now.
That's right, Boomstick, and you can pick some up for yourself on our brand new website, deathbattle.gg.
Just click the merch tab at the top. We've got mugs, stickers, shirts, and more.
I'm partial to the official researcher's notebook. I promise it's not a death note. See, it says so right
Not
on
a
the
death
cover.
note.
Sure. There's also exclusive merch for website members, like my beer cooler, which keeps my beer nice and cold. And I guess, theoretically, other beverages too.
And there's the limited time Game Over tee, which won't be available much longer, so if you want it, go grab it quick.
We'll be releasing more stuff throughout the year, so check back for updates. Picking up an item or two really helps support independent death
I'm
battle.
so
we
waiting for my
wanna
Boomstick
say thank
plush.
you to everybody that's already placed an order.
Head over to deathbattle.gg and pick the piece.
I probably should have worn my Death Battle shirt for this. Oh well. Oh well.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle! House mouse must assholikus. Bruh! Felis categories victimus. What? Freaking hand drawn. You know, I gotta wonder, did they use like old audio from the original show? Or do they actually do the voice? Meepus Meepus. Grader Roadrunner. Meepus Meepus. Kenish Schmuckus. These unscientific names. Yeah, sounds like they use the old audio clips. Fight! Champion, I didn't see that. Okay, run, Roadrunner! You foolish furball, you cost me my dinner! Oh my god! It is like watching these old cartoons as a child, as a wee lass. Oh shit! They're in a battle. They're in a war zone.
Come on, you apes! You wanna live forever?
What the hell? Oh yeah, the magic potion. Oh yeah, you turned invisible. Fat lady? Okay. Oh, and it's still the inside of a house? Bruh. Really? Bro! Okay, you still got one life. You have one life left, Tom. Acme High Speed Tonic? Woo! Alright, go guys! Bro. Bro, how did you think that was gonna go? Okay. Should have seen that coming. Yoink! To Looney DNA Dissolver. You know, I completely forgot about that. Oh, they got broken bones. And this. And some of this. Oh yeah, how about this? See how you like it. I didn't read that. What? Oh, god damn it!
Wile E. Coyote, super genius.
Fuck! Bro! God damn it!
Oh, thank God one of them actually died this time. I mean, No! Animal cruelty, no!
Considering
damn it.
coyotes eat cats, I'm not surprised.
While both Cat and Coyote were incredibly powerful, they weren't.
Oh, I
literal
shoulda- I
gods
shoulda
who could
kept-
snap their
I shoulda
problems
kept
away.
the-
They had limitations and weaknesses that could
Damn
be
it.
exploited, especially by each other. Let's first talk their stats.
Both were strong enough.
Okay,
to
since
contend with
Jacob and I both
but
said it was a
comparing
tie,
Wiley to Plushie
we're
Duck,
taking the
Looney
loss.
Tunes can not only destroy their own universe, but their animators as well.
And while Tom could move
Yeah, I
faster
probably should have
than
remembered
light,
that.
Wile could keep up with the Roadrunner, who could outspeed a car fast enough to travel through time. That's immeasurably fast, and much faster than Tom. Wile gets the edge in stats.
Wiley's arsenal was a bit better too, believe it or not. Even
I mean, yeah.
eliminating the devices that have been shown
Oh
to
my God.
malfunction, he still countered everything Tom had.
The biggest being the Looney DNA Dissolver, which could render Tom's cartoony healing factor moot and end the fight.
While Tom has never been shown to have Looney DNA
Yeah,
specifically,
that's true.
the concept clearly has nothing to do with actual DNA molecules.
Looney Tunes have been erased completely and still returned, so it's clearly something more fundamental to their essence.
And since the Dissolver works on any tunes, not just the Looney ones, it should apply to Tom. But considering how much of a screw-up Wiley is, it wasn't a sure bet. Hell, it could have backfired, especially considering how much more competent Tom is.
When it came to intelligence, Wile's engineering and scheming genius were often defeated by his own ego and stubbornness. Tom, on the other hand, was consistently more flexible, pragmatic, and victorious in his fights. He definitely gets the edge there.
Okay.
Oh, and Tom has one other big advantage. He doesn't have God nerfing him.
And
God
that's
nerfing.
the big question. Was Tom capable enough to benefit from Wile's narrative-enforced bad luck and
Does
see
it?
the DNA Dissolver backfire against him?
That bad luck is a core part of Wiley's character as a cartoon. So let's call it his, toonliness.
To find the
Toonliness.
answer, we dug deep through the bowels of Looney Tunes lore
Oh,
and
Jesus.
ended up in an unexpected place.
Oh, Jesus.
Space Jam.
Oh,
Where Wiley
this?
yet again fails against the
What, with Hot
Roadrunner,
Lola Bunny?
but against the
Just
villains
saying.
of the movie,
I'm just saying.
The Monstars, he actually scores.
And scores again in the sequel.
Oh, yeah.
More than anyone else. But according to Chuck Jones's rules, that shouldn't happen, right?
Throughout his entire history, Wiley's cosmically ordained failures only occur when he's specifically chasing the Roadrunner, or other tunes the plot bends around like bugs, because that's what Chuck Jones's rules were written for, Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons.
And even then, looking closely, they've been broken a few times throughout the decades, even during Chuck Jones's tenure.
Without the universe nerfing him, there's no reason to think Wiley couldn't eventually land a hit with the Looney DNA Dissolver.
Especially when the only reason
Black
it
hole
failed
paint.
was because of the Roadrunner's intervention, a direct violation of Chuck Jones's limitations
Ah.
on the Coyote.
And especially when it's the only thing that either one had that could kill the other.
Despite lacking Wile's narrative impediments, and despite having a better track record overall, Tom ultimately had no surefire way to kill
Oh.
Wiley, whereas Wile's superior strength,
Oh,
speed,
God,
and
that
Looney
episode.
arsenal ensured his victory.
Wiley gave one hell of a chase and left Tom Jones in for a rematch.
The winner is Wile Coyote.
Ah, God damn it.
Next time
Okay,
on
who's
Death
next?
Battle.
Oh, Miles Morales again? Yo! Oh!
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battles.
Yo!
Thanks for watching.
Spider-Man versus Deku! Oh my God! So we got Miles Morales and Deku back into this. So the last people those two faced off. Miles faced off Static, and I think Miles won. I need to check that. And Deku was Deku versus Asta, and I'm pretty sure Asta won that one. I gotta look back to see who won Static versus Miles. I need to look back. Hold on. Okay, it was Static that won, not Miles. Okay, so now we're getting the people that previously lost their death battles. Miles lost to Static, and Deku lost to Asta. So, yeah. That's pretty cool. So we got, I think there's still underdogs, I think, that climbed their way up. I don't know. Like, how would you describe those two? Because I think the Deku versus Asta one was Battle of the Underdogs, because, well, you know, they were underdogs. But how would you call Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man versus Deku? But you know what? We'll find out and see. But God damn it, like, God damn it. Oh, I had it. I had it, man. I had it. I said I was going to take back the tie, but then after seeing what Tom did, I thought he was going to be like somewhat equal, only for, and I went back to being a tie. I took back the tie, thinking that Wile E. Coyote would won, saw Tom, took back the tie, like, took the tie back in, and, well, whatever. So, Jacob and I guess, lost this one, but it's still a good death battle overall. I've, like, gotta hand it to the 2D animators there. This is why animation is beloved. Don't let that AI crap get in the way. But anyway, I'm done with this video. So, until the next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts of this death battle in the comment section down below. Do you think this should have been a tie? Or do you think Wile deserved this win? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video and you enjoyed it, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Also, hit the bell button to be notified of my latest reactions. And follow me on Twitter at FreelancerAmber for pretty much the same thing, or just Ramshin in general. Also, to check out my gaming channel at FreelancerAmber VODs. Well, keyword try, posting my past streams into there. Hopefully, I'll actually also stream into that one as well. So remember to stay awesome, be nice to animals, don't be dicks, keep moving forward, and I'll see you all in the next video!